My name is Orin Martin, and we're going to give you a little overview of pruning tools. You're going to need to get yourself good tools. There's a fellow by the name of David Masamoto. You may have heard of him. He's written a book called The Epitaph for the Peach about his experiences growing up on a peach orchard in the Central Valley with his parents, principally his father, who farmed it for 50 years. And in his father's later years, he would always tell Mas how he could see the soul of and the scars left by the pruning cuts of every pruner that had ever cut on any of his 50 acres of trees over 50 years. Now that's a lot of stuff to hold. My point here being that as a pruner, you're kind of known by your cuts. So you need to be informed about how to make good cuts, and we can do that for you. But you need to have good tools that will facilitate a nice clean cut. You're going to need to get yourself a good set of pruning tools. Hand shears. What you want is a bypass pruner. This is a bypass pruner. The cutting blade bypasses the lower blade. Another type of hand pruner is the Anvil Pruner, which is just like it sounds. You have a flat blade like this, and it goes boom. Not preferred. This is much more gentle, both on you, your hands, your wrists, all your joints, but also on the tree for making a clean cut. Clean cuts heal quickly. And this is the best of the best. For 40-something years, it was all about the brand Felco and the model number 2. And it's a darn good tool. But this is a tool made by a Japanese concern called, it's a big corporation, ARS, and we don't really know what it stands for or means, but we interpret it as ARS, always really sharp. To wit, I've had these hand pruners for a couple years and I haven't had to sharpen them. They're fabulous. The other thing about a tool is how's it feel, how's it fit in your hand? Is it balanced like that? And this is. And another thing about this tool is the quick release. And that's great. It's the best of the hand pruners you can get. ARS, get one. It comes in several sizes, small, medium, and large, depending on your grip and your hand size. Next step up, out in the orchard, you'll need some loppers. Again, the preferred brand ARS. This is, I think, kind of your go-to lopper. Reasonably light, a pretty big bite, and a good reach. If you need a little more leverage, they've got the same thing bigger. One important thing about loppers is what's called the bumper here. Because you're going to be out in the orchard pruning, and there's a lot of reverberative stuff, and the bumper softens the cushions that impact. And then sometimes as you go up in height, you can use this. This is yet again an ARS tool. It's their 4-foot long arm pruner. It's really great, and there's a 6-foot equivalent. This gives you quite a bit of, gives you the ability to stay on the ground and cut up high. You're going up high and the branches are thicker though, you might want to go to this, which is essentially a 4-footer, but it's got a much bigger bite here. This can cut through almost 2-inch branches, and because of the handles here, you've got a lot of leverage. And this is a really good tool. You'd be surprised. It cuts through about a 2-inch branch like a hot knife through butter. Push come to shove, as it often does, you'll need a saw, a good hand saw. This is another ARS saw called Zubat, which sounds German and has an umlaut over it, but it's made in Japan. And it also goes by the brand name Silky. Pruning saws are pull saws, the way the teeth are constructed. So you pull, let go, pull, let go. It's not like a carpenter saw where you go back and forth. And this is, again, the classiest of all the hand saws.